All right, today we're talking about the Aputure ADC. It is small, it is portable, it is powerful, and most importantly, it can get any color under the sun. We're gonna talk about why I think this is the perfect film kit for any beginner filmmaker. Let's jump right in. First, let's talk about what you get when you buy the Aputure ADC kit. So when you open up the kit, the first thing that you notice is that you get 3 of these Aputure Storm ADC lights. You get 2 Fresnels, 2 barn doors, a little mini softbox, 3 lantern diffusers, and of course these little mini 3 reflector dishes. Now this kit also comes with a Bowens mount adapter because if you notice here, this little mount right here is smaller than normal lights. But once you put the adapter on here, you can attach this to any Bowens mount modifier, whether that be a diffuser or a spotlight attachment. Something that I found really impressive was how lightweight this little light is. This comes in at under 3 pounds. However, you would think something that's so lightweight, the build quality might not be there. And I was so surprised to find out every piece of this light is made with high quality materials. In fact, you get the same build quality in this light that you do in every one of their lights in their lineup. Now the light itself is IP65 rated, and that means that it can handle dust and is water resistant. But of course, we had to put that to the test. We were shooting a rainy car scene and I had Lewis pointing up the hose so it would come down onto the car and create a rain effect on the car. And there was a few times where we didn't just splash this light. We actually got it drenched in water and it handled it like an absolute champ.
Action!
Now one really cool feature about this light is that it has a little V-mount attachment, so you can take a little V-mount, you can put it right on this light, and it comes with a cable, so you could attach this, through DTAP and run a power cable to this light. So you could power this up and now it becomes a mobile light. So if you want someone to put a little softbox on it and just Hollywood this light up, or walk around with it, or just be a spotlight, for exterior shoots, that makes this light a whole nother level of usable. Okay, so when you guys think of 80 watts, I'm sure you don't think that 80 watts is a lot of light. And I don't know what they did, but it doesn't feel like this light is 80 watts. We use this light as our key light on our main scenes. And that was extremely impressive. And it wasn't even at max power. Let's turn on our key light, which is the ADC on this little mini softbox right here. And now we have our subject lit. And then we threw this outside of the fake window that we created and we cranked it up to 90%. And this thing was blasting through that window. And I was like, there's no way we're gonna get away with just using these ADCs on set, right? There's no way. Dude, we actually got away with using 3 ADCs, some tube lights, and a 300X. And of course, don't worry guys, I'm gonna break down the lighting and how we use these ADCs on set in a later video, so stay tuned for that. A huge bonus to buying any Aputure light is the ability to connect to Sidus Link and have this seamlessly integrate into your workflow as, you're setting up your lights, or as someone that just owns Aputure lighting. And having the ability to control these little lights through an app, whether that be on an iPad or on your phone, is extremely useful. It is very helpful, especially when me and my DP are behind the monitor and we're able to look at the scene, and I just have one person running around moving these little ADCs around while I can look at the screen and dial in exactly what I want for the exposure or for the color temperature, and I can play with it. And that really gives you the ability to be the most creative on set. That's the stuff that I want to invest in as a filmmaker, is the stuff that allows me to just dial in my creative vision and not worry so much about how many people do I have on set? Do we have the bandwidth to actually use the equipment? If you have you and one other person, you got yourself a whole team. Probably one of the most impressive aspects about this light is the new Blair CG light engine. This light goes from 1800 Kelvin all the way up to 20,000 Kelvin with a full green adjustment and insane color accuracy. The exact same quality, the exact same Blair engine that is in this light is in every one of their more expensive line of lights. Now, the reason why I am such a believer in this new product is because I think that you could buy this light and it'll last you a lifetime. Now, why is this light a light that'll last you, a lighting kit that'll last you for life? Because these little lights are strong, they're durable, they're practical, and you can use them as background practicals. You can use them as key lights, soft lights. You can use them as accent lights. I mean, on our film set, I use these more than I use any other light in my kit. To me, this is a light that you can continuously grow with and that can go with you on any set. I swear to you guys, I'm taking this lighting kit on every single one of my shoots from here on out, and this will probably handle about 75% of the workload that I have, whether it be, you know, corporate client stuff or whether it be like little commercials. If you're a documentary filmmaker or a wedding filmmaker, these lights are a must-have, dude. Like, you can move these around anywhere. They're super bright. You can control them with your phone. I swear to you guys, like, I really wish that this was the first lighting kit that I bought, because it comes with every single piece of gear that you need. Now, I told you all of this honestly to soften the blow, because I know a lot of you guys are going to look at the price of, you know, this 3-light kit and you're going to say to yourself, that's too expensive, or I can't afford it. I know a lot of you guys are going to comment that on the video, but I promise you guys, it is worth it. Now, this kit comes in at $2,000, which in my opinion, when I first saw the kit online, I was like, that's a little pricey. Now that I have this kit, not only do I think that is an amazing price, but I think it's actually a steal. For $2,000 to get 3 solid lights and all of these modifiers and everything that you need to run this package, I think $2,000 is a steal. I promise you guys. And if you guys are interested in buying this awesome kit, I'm gonna leave some links down below so you guys can check that out. If you guys buy from those links, you will help out the channel and support my filmmaking. So I appreciate you guys. I wanna thank you so much for stopping in and hanging out. My name is Alex Arfati. I'll see you guys next week.